Welcome to Taiwan Apocalypse. I'm Hong Pei-xiang. Since the Tsai government came to power, executed once, shot a death row inmate. You can discover Taiwan now, not only the speed of execution. Very slowly. Even judge. Not likely to be sentenced to death. As long as there is no death penalty, no need for execution. As long as the accused is in jail. Obediently copy the Heart Sutra. Show A. Full of repentance. Means this person. There is also the possibility of education. You hear the keyword, teachable. Became a death row inmate, life-saving talisman. But there was an arsonist. His name is Weng Renxian. He burned 6 family members, relatives and friends. Not only did he not have the slightest meaning of repentance, even in court several times, he confronted the judge. He is in the second trial. No accident. Were sentenced to death, but the case went to the Supreme Court. The judge revoked this death sentence. Send back for review. What's the reason? The reason is to ask you to identify other survivors from the fire. The families who escaped. Burns on them. Is it because Weng Renxian set a fire? Directly caused by. The family thinks this reason. It sounds so weird. The evidence of arson has been so clear. Judge why. But also on this kind of twigs. Picking? Weng Renxian's third brother. On the eve of his sentencing in the first instance, except our interview, he painfully recalled, I don't want to remember this. Breaking New Year's Eve. He is nothing but hope. The trial judge can stand the position of the victim's family. Try to empathize. Not only do they have to bear the pain of losing a loved one, still have to live every day. Fearful life. Because of this Weng Renxian. He used to say, if a person can reincarnate dozens of times, then I will hunt and kill you dozens of times. 3 years ago, the reason why he chose to start on New Year's Eve, because he felt that night everyone will go home and gather around the fire. He has this chance. Can kill the whole family at once. Because you are my brother. Probably when we were just sitting around the fire. Past 6 o'clock everyone. Because the shift changes at 6 o'clock. It's after 6 o'clock when it's time for dinner. I received a 110 call and reported that there is a fire in our area. Generally, the police station handles a lot of things. Inevitably there will be a fire situation. It's just a fire situation, so at first I wanted to say, talking to family members, use it first. I'll go over there first. Just came back. Did not expect. For such a serious situation. Fireplace on New Year's Eve. Fire alarms from careless cooking are also common. But mostly it's a false alarm. Lu Weicheng never expected this New Year's Eve fire alarm. During his police career. Leave an unforgettable mark. Once in. Of course the fire is big, because the space on the other side is a courtyard. In fact, it burned quite badly. The fire is already big. By the time you got there, the fire was already pretty big, and it wasn't extinguished then. Would feel like saying. Not such a good feeling. The traditional courtyard in front of you, house on the right, has been converted to new-style 2-story Tushiankuo. And the point of fire is the intersection of old and new buildings. The fire started in the Sanhiyuan. This is their kitchen on the right corner. Place to eat. The fire is right here. This side is almost on fire. Also on the second floor on fire. The first floor is the worst, including the front ones are on fire. A fire came fast and fierce. I'm afraid that someone in the house will be injured and trapped. So I hurry to find. Sober family members come to ask, how many of you are there? There are 16 in total. Heard his brother talk. There are so many people. We are all stupid. How come there are so many people inside? In this courtyard, a couple of 86-year-olds live. One old couple. The old couple has 7 children. See son grow up. Everyone's married. Usually old couple. Follow the youngest. Ong and Hyun lives together. Fire alarm. 3 generations of one family under the same roof. 16 people are all inside. Then I immediately wanted to say. Quickly build the list. It's the same with the Fire brothers. Who seeks medical treatment, who escapes. Ask his brother to contact him. Call as soon as possible. Run away to see if it's safe. First timing. The police are in a hurry to save people, but looking at the wounded one by one, rescued. Every scene that comes into view are worrying. Have carried out a girl. Back then she was still curled up. Already a bit curled up. And then kept yelling that it was cold. Yes, and then kept whining. The young girl who escaped from the fire is the granddaughter of the old couple. She is almost bruised. It rained that day. We have a breathable rain jacket. It's really unbearable to look at. Put the coat first, put it. Cover her because it's a little cold. I don't know either. Will this affect any skin? I really didn't think of that much at the time. Lu Weicheng says. At that time, all he wanted was to protect her from the rain, keep her warm. But after the girl was sent to the hospital, still can't pass the level of death. Really sad. Then remember she was carried out. Her kind. Very painful. The expression and feeling of howling. A merciless fire burned for 3 hours. Finally extinguished, but the 86-year-old couple in the house, and one of their daughters-in-law, a grandson. One more caretaker, but can't connect people. When the police stepped in, the charred interior of the house found someone. All in the restaurant. It's too late to escape, it's all in there. Some are so burned that no one can recognize them. The 2 tables for dinner. Wooden round table. All burned. I can't even see the table. It should be fun for the whole family. The scene of eating around the round table, under the flames, became a hell. Such a small place. When more than 10 people encounter a fire alarm, that flustered. Everyone wants to escape, kind of. There may even be a push. In fact, it's already a mess. It is conceivable that this is the case. Happy New Year, Mom and Dad. It should be a very warm feeling. Why did it happen? This fire on New Year's Eve, take away 6 lives from the one family. 5 people were kissed by fire. Between heaven and man forever. Homes are all destroyed. But the fire was no accident. The surviving Weng family, pointing at the youngest son of the old couple, Ong In-hyun, is a murderer. The murderer was his younger brother Weng Renxian at that time. Family smells weird gasoline. Someone else came out to see. After coming out to see, then Weng Renxian went in. Pour gasoline on them and set them on fire. Then after coming out, and go after those with knives. Escaped person. Have their other family members? There is another nephew. At the scene, there was a scuffle with him, Weng Renxian. 5 other people in the family suffered minor injuries. Weng suspects after getting into trouble, run away immediately. I heard, Weng Renxian, it's riding a motorcycle, run away, and then the plastic bottle with 2 bottles. Install that petrol. Make an ignition. The act of arson. How could it be my family? Set fire to your own family? This Weng Renxian, no mental illness. I never heard of it. What's wrong with your family? In fact, everything is fine, get along with each other. All still 0K. No problem. I don't know why. Today's tragedy. What is the reason? I have to set fire to destroy everyone. Now we can only find Weng Renxian. To understand. We quickly read some relevant information. Just ask colleagues from the police station, responsible for monitoring along the line. Discovered after 7 o'clock. He left. He did ride. So we know. He escaped on a motorcycle. Of course it's chasing people with cars. Police investigation. I'm afraid I can't figure out my identity, but now I have status, with license plate. It shouldn't be difficult to catch Weng Renxian. Did not expect all this. It's all in Weng Renxian's calculation. He's more difficult than the police thought. At the first time of the incident, police identified the suspect. No, he escaped on a motorcycle. Also mastered the license plate number of this locomotive. The police estimated that the person should not have run far. Immediately read his mobile phone contact records. It turns out, Weng Renxian, almost no contact with the outside world. Have any interaction. He has no friends. Fortunately, his cell phone still has signal. The position of the base station. Near the Shizhou Bridge. The police immediately dispatched a brigade. Carried out a nearby search. But did not expect. I searched for 2 days. Can't find anyone. The signal is still there, man. I found the phone later under the bridge. Weng Renxian, after the day of arson, he cycled past the Shizhou Bridge, put the phone. Throw it under the bridge. The police, because of this signal. Stuck in this place. I wasted 2 days in vain. Wait till turn around. Go to the monitor screen. Discovered. Weng Renxian, he has fled into mountains in Ilan. Now it's harder to catch people. Why? Because according to understanding, Weng Renxian is a military policeman. Special Forces veteran. He has the skills to survive in the wild, unless he is willing to go down the mountain by himself. Otherwise, the police will go up the mountain to arrest him. I'm afraid it will be as difficult as climbing the sky. Also know his phone number. But then we checked his contacts. And then asked his family. I know he doesn't have many friends. From his contact log. Found a week's worth of contact. None of his friends had contact with him. So no friends. Can ask about his whereabouts. General Assembly, 1 or 2 friends. But Weng Renxian didn't have it at all. Connect with family members. Too little. Can't ask anything from relatives and friends. It doesn't matter. The police locked Weng Renxian's mobile phone. Found that his cell phone still has signal. Take a look at the location of the base station. People are still in Longtan. The base station location of his cell phone. They have been appearing on the side of Shizhou Bridge. There is a signal at 8 o'clock every morning. At 11 o'clock at night, we always thought he was there. Turned on in the morning, turned off at night. The signal is floating around. There is moving. Moving signal points convinced police. Weng Renxian must be in this area. Police mobilization. Centered on Shizhou Bridge, carpet search within a radius of several kilometers. Hole including abandoned Sesame Hotel. There are many rooms. Our scouting team also has a lot of people. All go room by room, just know. Even a temple. We all suspect that this palace. Did you hide him? We are also under his consent. Also do a search. So I searched there for 2 days. Then all the criminal bureau came to support. The brigade is here to support all our police force, about 120 per day. Find it here. The block of Shizhou Bridge is the longest time we have been looking for. I searched for 2 whole days, but can't find any. Weng Renxian's clues. Could it be this Weng Renxian? Will fly. He has field experience in the army. He's the Gendarmerie Special Forces. So he is very capable of surviving in the wild. He actually likes it. Go to the mountains. The feeling of living in the wild. Maybe a piece of toast by myself, or 100 or 200. He can live on the mountain. From Weng Renxian's background, hide in the wild to avoid the limelight. It shouldn't be a problem for him. Just as the police were investigating the surrounding area of Shizhou Bridge, whilst distressed by unsuccessful searches. Task Force Access Monitor. But saw at other points, Weng Renxian's figure. Our colleagues who consulted the monitor, very serious, found out. He did stop at the elsewhere supermarket. Go shopping. And wearing a raincoat. I found out later when I caught him. He threw his mobile phone down the Shizhou Bridge. It's just so good that it's not bad. It's still on at 8 o'clock in the morning. Shut down at 11 o'clock in the evening. Has been costing us a lot of energy. In this piece. Always thought he was there. Yeah, always thought he was there. After searching for a long time, this Weng Renxian is not at Shizhou Bridge at all. It turned out that all of this was caused by him. Weng Renxian knows the police. Will follow cell phone signal to mislead the police. By time to escape. The first time he lost his phone. But the devil is 1 foot tall and the road is 10 feet taller. Police leaning on surveillance. Still broke Weng Renxian's trick. Where is he going now? Everything is clear. It's just that the monitor keeps adjusting down. Ong Inhyun's escape route. The more the police look, the more disturbed they are. He fled in the direction of Taiwan Line 7. It's the North Link Road. Pass in front of Sanmin Police Station. It has already entered Wuxing Township, mountainous area. So in this process, we know his direction. Is fleeing in the direction of Elon. After Weng Renxian committed a crime, almost never look back. Just go north. Escape to the mountains. Oops. This Weng Renxian is familiar with survival in the wild. Into the mountains. It's hard to catch him. Of course we thought about this. Mountain first. Not our jurisdiction. We are not that familiar. Even his family told us. He alone. There is a way to live in the mountains for a month. Police pressure to bear for a month. Asking again during Chinese New Year. Seriously, the suspect is not dead. Investigating police probably died from work. Right. Investigate the largest criminal case. 6 lives in one go. Intense pressure to arrest. It all falls on the shoulders of the police officers in the jurisdiction. Although we know that Weng Renxian fled into the mountains, but the huge mountains, it's so easy to find someone. Sure enough, as soon as Weng Renxian entered the mountain, not long. People disappear. Our Taoyuan City and Ilan County. Public last monitor. It is 46.7 kilometers away from Taiwan's 7th line. Because he is nearly, like question, escaped at 7:30 scene, until he has left the scene. Nearly 2 hours, appears at 46.7. That is to say, he has been run towards Elon, but after arriving here. No news. After the point of 46.7. The monitor never captured it again. Any image of him, could it be that I missed it? Nice person. How could it disappear out of thin air? So let me invite my colleagues again. Tune to the next place. He is in Mingqi, a Forest Service monitor. From us Taoyuan, the last monitor. Ningqi's monitor, nearly 10 kilometers away. But colleagues, they are also monitors to adjust, but there is no return message pictured. Take a close look at this Forest Service. Monitors installed. Weng Renxian. Last seen location, 10 kilometers apart, 3 monitors on one road. In different directions, lock all passing vehicles. If there's any movement, you won't be able to escape. Basically, according to the erection angle of its monitor, impossible to miss. What does this mean? This Weng Su should be hiding here 10 kilometers away. So, let's put the police force of the detective team with the police force at the police station. Follow the line by walking. As long as there is a path, we will go in and find it. See if he hides. 10 kilometers mountain range, not big but not small. It's not easy to find. Really big. I climbed the mountain that day. Start walking at 8 o'clock in the morning. Go down the mountain as soon as it gets dark. Actually, although the 10 kilometers, it's not a mountain wall, it's a cliff. There are only 2 places where there are trails. He won't go where there are obviously many people. Must find the smallest path. More impossible place to go, the more we go there. The secretary specifically instructed us to dress up as a climber. Because he thinks, just don't let him, Weng Renxian, no. We are looking for someone. I'm afraid that a large number of police forces will suddenly go up the mountain. Will scare the snake. The police also bothered to disguise. In order to hope that as soon as possible. Find Weng Renxian. Finally the emperor pays off. I searched in Sashan for 2 whole days. After interviewing local residents, suddenly came a tip. Someone is on the North Cross Highway, saw one. Weirdo. I received it on the morning of the 5th day of the Lunar New Year. We have visited that local residence. He is already very mountainous. I don't usually see this person at all. He's not sure it's him, Weng Renxian. He only talks to us. There is a strange person here. Would you like to come and have a look? Will it be Weng Renxian? A large number of police forces rushed to the scene. At that time we first asked Deputy Director of Bailing Police Station, hurry up and see. After seeing him, he reported back to us, it's him. Just ask him if you are Weng Renxian. He just told us. You know. What can I say? Fire from New Year's Eve to the 5th day of the New Year, just the day before the first 7 days. Weng Renxian who set fire to his family, finally caught. But after being arrested, Weng Renxian. No regrets. Also tell us, if you really don't let you catch, I jump down and you can't catch me. His attitude after that is still pretty shitty. Said that if I hid in the mountains, not come down. Actually you can't catch me. Since the police are so sure, can't find him. Why hide for so many days? Now it's fierce. Walking on the road, wait for the police to catch. He told me. He is because he went to the stream. When washing your face, it hurts to touch the water, and see your face. How did it become like this? Burn. Hands too. Is the whole hand. He must be in pain. Just want to go down the mountain. Because I can't bear the pain of the wound, Weng Renxian decided to go down the mountain to ask for help, but he was on fire, took 6 precious lives, and 5 relatives. Still in the hospital tug of war with death. Are there aches and pains? Can you see Weng Renxian? You don't even know the pain of your parents. Later I was very angry with him. The only thing on his mind. It's his family dog. Concerned that he was caught. Who will take care of his dog after that day? Who will be responsible? He only talked about this. He thinks his dog more important than his family. He about this. Also let us police feel incredible. The police officer who was in charge at the time said, arrogant attitude after Weng Renxian was arrested. Even he can't stand it. I remember I was talking to him. You burned many people, do you know? He said I don't know who died. How could I know? I just told him. With your father and your mother. He didn't care. Facing the death of a loved one. Weng Renxian is irrelevant. The only thing that makes him feel sorry is home caregiver who died for no reason. Care for his mother. I feel very sorry. Because he thought she was wronged. She doesn't deserve to die. Instead, he only cares about his caretaker. Feel sorry. The death of his parents. He thinks he deserves to die. Just heard him. It's really a fire. Are you still human? How about this? He is also very upset. You fuck me. He doesn't think he's wrong. This is what he had planned. As for the most people on New Year's Eve, that's what he said. It was the time when the most people. I just want to burn them. 6 lives innocent. His parents. His nephew. His sister-in-law. Everyone is Weng Renxian's close relative. What is the hatred? Have to use the method of almost destroying the door. Ruined this big family. What kind of hatred? Let Weng Renxian choose New Year's Eve. Kill. His third brother said, they're home. There are 7 brothers and sisters. Weng Renxian is the youngest. Everyone should take care of him the most. Especially his mother loves him the most. Even to the point of doting. Weng Renxian. Very lofty personality. He's not like a brother or sister. Study hard and work hard. This is the kind of person he despises the most. Weng Renxian was full of thoughts. How to reach the sky in one step. What kind of work turned out? He can't do it for long. In the end it will only make mistakes. Blame it all on others, even the whole family. I'm sorry for him. Despise him. He even sometimes, I will beat my mother with my hands. It's just that no one thought of it. In Weng Renxian's heart. Hide such an arson plan that destroys humanity. Located in Longtanlei in Taiwan, this courtyard. Weeds grow outside. Desolate. In fact, the door. Only we see now. This silver tin gate over here. It's just a door about 1 meter wide. So he goes from the 1 meter wide door. Poured gasoline inward. Poured gasoline in. Course export. Only that exit. It's the white iron gate. That exit right. So there is no. The fire is coming in from here. So the people inside. There is no way out. The evil fire 3 years ago. In this room. Left an indelible mark. Blackened wall. Burnt kitchen. It's not hard to imagine that when a fire breaks out, the panic and despair of the Weng family. Originally thriving extended family. Home destroyed overnight. Left alone now. This dog raised by Weng Renxian. Guard the old house. The dog he, Weng Renxian, raised. His brother still thinks the dog is innocent. I still come to feed the dog regularly. The brother in the mouth of the police, Weng Renxian's 4th brother. The 5th eldest in the family. The fire 3 years ago caused burns on 15% of his body. Even though he still has to wear a pressure suit now, but he is still Weng Renxian. Feed this dog. He once said. No matter how cruel my brother is, but the dog is innocent. It's still a life after all. These words. Contrast Weng Renxian after being arrested, facing the lives of 6 close relatives in my hands. Only sneer. No regrets. Keep saying. It's all the family's fault. Such an attitude even procuratorate. Can't figure it out. His resentment towards his family. How can it be so deep? He thinks that everyone is against him. Think he is useless. He is the most useless. Then everyone treats him badly. His parents treat him worse. So he insisted on that day. I think that when there are the most people, it is time to burn. We feel that this person's psychology. It seems different from ordinary people. How could this be? Heavy feeling of revenge. To clarify Weng Renxian's hate, where is it from? We have to start with his family environment. We found Weng Renxian's 3rd brother Weng Renxian. New Year's Eve 3 years ago. He lost his parents, lost a pair of girls, even the wife was badly burned. She was actually seriously injured. Because she just said. Her whole face. She is nothing but clothes. It's the 2 hands and the whole head and face. It's all very, very deep. A kind of injury. Totally burnt this. They are all 3rd-degree burns. Slightly more severe than others. The one she was recovering from, because that's scary. Constant massage. Because of that you see 3rd-degree burns. All the meat grow back. First this. Ugly in appearance. Your constant contractures after that. Constant itching. This tight. All the way until now you see. I have been fighting for more than 3 years. Will it continue or will it continue? I think I can understand the pain my wife has suffered. So all her emotions. I have to bear. Originally happy family. Now there's only a gap that can't be filled. 3 years. Piercing pain. Did not fade over time. My wife often mentions, that is to say, I don't like going back, didn't you say? Do you want to keep us safe? You say people like us? Yes. I broke my promise to my wife. I have broken my faith with my daughter. God's arrangement. Let me have no choice to go this way. My most precious person, all dead. Then what to do? Word for word. It's all about the resentment and debt to the family. And the source of all this pain, it's my brother Weng Renxian who was also close relative. Because he didn't want to live. Would not survive. He ruined his life. He can't survive. He doesn't want to live. All that's left is to think. Always be the boss and control everything.
The most important thing is to take revenge.
The most important thing is to see this, not happy. Nice to see people. The happiness you can't get, don't even think about it. Weng Renxian said that they are peasant children. Dad is a civil servant working hard to make money, to let the children of the family the best education. Mom is busy with farming at home. Every child of the Weng family. In order to fight for a chance to stand up. Not serious work, just study hard, only this Weng Renxian. He despises studying, down on people who work hard. He mocked us as small farmers mentality. You are such a hard worker, I see you work hard. He thought it was ridiculous. He despises this kind of person. Because he is the youngest brother. So never something, in terms of family matters. He thinks others help him, should be. He seems irresponsible, just as it should, because this kind of family. Words for the youngest child. Did not say. How about asking him for something special? I can help everyone. He was basically in the same state of mind at that time. I think it means. Each of you give me some, I'm fine. So in this case. Become his own personality, become so high, no way to keep your feet on the ground, then I want to step up to the sky. Look at his personality, so there is no way, work at work. There is no way this. I don't want to be managed by others, people take care of him. He can't stand it, so in the end the longest job, just one more than a year, no other way. This kind of work. Weng Renxian said he is studying younger brother. I think I'm a little smart. Full of thoughts. Go where you can make money. He doesn't want to make money. What video? Keep a dog. Vegetables, done. In the beginning everyone always felt, brother wants to start a business. As brothers and sisters, always help him. But Weng Renxian, not only can't last forever. Even all the advice his family gave him. He can't listen. He thought it meant, you just look down on me, that's what you say. Always feel against me, he interpreted it like this. It is because of the extreme character. So my second brother helped him, in the end that is to say, crackling. Weng Renxian turned face and leave, start to become the enemy, so he comes with us again, do any cooperation, any small business he does. Definitely a failure in the end, because he has little money, he doesn't want to earn it, it's not his money anyway. He never really made good money. All the troubles accumulate over time, it became a reason for him to complain. Every mistake is someone else's fault. And it's all the family's fault. Tell us that the whole family abused him collectively, who has the time to abuse him collectively? His own failure. Make an excuse for yourself, they all say that others hurt. He wants to say that I'm smarter than you. I should be more accomplished than you. Why am I like this? It's your kind. Took away my chance. Weng Renxian said, I'm afraid I'll always be in conflict with my younger brother. Gradually. You can flash as far as you can. Only the old mother treats Weng Renxian. Still inclusive. My brother has never washed own clothes. Never washed his own dishes. My mother did this at 86. For this son, Jean Luo from beginning to end until the age of 86. Of course one. Like one of these doting, the smallest child. My mother is to him, he keeps scolding her, she has nothing to say. Just doing it silently until the last moment, but mother's patience and tolerance. Unable to recall Weng Renxian. Weng Renxian even listed mother's 3 sins. First sin. He did something wrong when he was a student. Mom came to school and scolded him. In addition, the old mother has been farming all her life. I don't want Weng Renxian to be a farmer for a lifetime. He was not allowed to apply for the Department of Animal Husbandry, and this also became Weng Renxian. Blame the mother for the second deadliest sin. As for the third deadly sin, he is dissatisfied with his mother, always in front of his friends. 2B West, let him lose face. My mother will just say that his friend is here. I want to know more about it. Please his friend. But my brother thinks it means. This is my mom's third worst crime. That is because his friend came. Right next to it. Long-winded. Ask questions. Make it mean that he, no friends. So he thinks the 3 major crimes. What qualifications does she have, as a mother? Weng Renxian committed 3 crimes, full of resentment towards mother. Always use that woman externally. Let's call him raise him. Mother of 50 years. My brother thinks that, just talk about that woman. She deserved to die, I wanted to kill her. The original family thought, Weng Renxian is just more extreme, usually at home, he puts himself locked in a room on the 2nd floor, but his behavior is getting more and more exaggerated. When he was at home, has become like a bully. You go talk to him. As long as one word doesn't go his way, just flew into a rage. Everyone just stays away as much as possible. Because as long as you say something not going well, she just talks about what you think. I just think you look down on him. How is to say these words? It's this kind of killing chicken, throw it on my parents' bed. Pour gasoline like this, these actions have been
Verbal threats.
To kill chicken. Oily intimidation. Weng Renxian actually did something to the old mother.
Like I said, the domestic violence you just mentioned.
He just pushed my mom. My mother got hurt when doing this.
In fact, I suggested to my mother
to report. But like my brother, he's a smart guy.
He tried his best to threaten and lure.
I've said all kinds of cruel things, just don't allow her to report the crime. My parents have always stand in a position of perfection. I hope everyone is everyone no matter what. That is to say, they can cooperate. This life together is always a family. But in this case,
just made the biggest mistake.
Just made one biggest mistake. This error is, I believe that no matter how extreme Weng Renxian is, after all, it is my relatives. What's more, this is another family reunion New Year's Eve. Usually even between each other, no matter how unhappy. You should still be able to sit down. Let's have a New Year's Eve dinner. Like this. Everyone is back for the new year.
Third brother, he still remembers that night.
Just the general Chinese New Year atmosphere. Everyone is happy.
He also called his son, go upstairs and invite uncle down for a reunion dinner.
I also told my son to be polite. Unexpected result. This is him and his son. The last conversation of this life. Ong and Hyun's personality.
When the big brother sees everything.
But he never counted. A comprehension idea became a fatal mistake. This little brother has a heart. Will be in 2016.
New Year's Eve on this day around the fire.
Plan to ruin the whole family. And when we mention that year's New Year's Eve, Weng Renxian, who originally spoke sonorously and forcefully,
suddenly eyes sinking and wringing hands.
Caught in his life. In the saddest memory. Like my daughter's boyfriend. He just keeps attacking me. I know it's dangerous at home. Why take the kids back? Constantly on the internet, criticize my father. That's all. Is this wrong? You will want to say, one together. People who have lived for more than 50 years. Feel like my brother, even if he is a bit more extreme. What will he do? I can be like my daughter's boyfriend. What is said? Just shouldn't go back. Maybe sometimes, it's a momentary peace.
In fact, many times, that is to say, it is self-comforting.
It's not that serious. People it's just that the concept is a bit more extreme. How bad we want to think of people. How do we evaluate the sinister nature of the human heart? So Weng Renxian took his wife, with twin girls in medical school, back to my hometown in Longtan. My daughter is my son. Because it's a hospital internship. Also very busy, but I want to say, I have to stay for at least 2 days. At least after the reunion dinner. Or how to leave. New Year's Eve 2016, like every year. Whole family. Everyone is busy preparing the fire, except Weng Renxian. Everyone is happy, preparing dinner. Yeah, he's at home.
He is usually at home in front of his own computer.
Go to see something.
He has gone to raise dogs and chickens. He will never participate in New Year's Eve dinner.
I'm going to call him. So if you think about it,
no one would ever expect him to participate.
He can't participate, he just does his own thing.
In fact, before eating that day,
2 or 3 hours, I also had a special talk with him.
Because I was worried about my brother.
Weng Renxian also studied many studies related to mind, body and mind, just hoping to find some way. Guide Weng Renxian.
Change his extreme character and thinking.
Because I know my brother. He has a big problem. So I keep learning, including body and mind, including the soul. As a result he, speak to me loudly, no need. I know the soul better than you. Nothing to talk about. So I had to give up. As usual Weng Renxian refused again, but this time, Weng Renxian did not see behind this rejection the flashing conspiracy in Weng Renxian's eyes. After everyone sits down, I'll ask my son to invite my little uncle again.
Then tell him to be polite.
My son is a naive, very simple and kind person. I believe he will do well. What he did. After I finished speaking, I also told him, did you talk to your little uncle well? He said yes. Have you looked? That is, did he say anything? Did you say a few more words? He said yes. He said yes. This is my last time, what I said to my son. The atmosphere around the fire is lively on this day. But suddenly, there's a strong smell of gasoline outside. Interrupted the fire. Halfway through the meal, someone mentioned that the gasoline smell is very strong
When it comes to the smell of gasoline, my fifth brother and I,
the most nervous. We'll get up right away, just go outside. The reason we're nervous is because we're worried. My brother just did something. Because of the long term.
always speak harshly like this. So it is impossible to judge this part.
His situation. I'm standing on a father's an alert. Suppressing uneasy premonition suddenly come to mind. Weng Renxian hurried out to check,
but found the car parked outside the house.
Gasoline was spilled.
I'll go in and call my brother out.
I said there is something wrong with your car, come out and see. So my brother got up and came out. Followed by a few. My second brother's child. A few people came out. So life is a moment of life and death. So when we look at, my brother is terrible. This fully armed,
come down with a barrel of oil.
Previous plan. It's for 2 tables of the whole family. Burn all.
He also has 3 entrances and exits.
Pour gasoline. Pour gasoline on people first. It's his mother who loves him the most. Splashed on his mother. Splash his dad again. Splash the other 2 tables. To the 2 tables of old and weak women and children. Sprinkle gasoline and light the fire. Just 2 or 3 minutes, all in flames.
Then my daughter came out.
My daughter met from the lobby. Clothes come out on fire. I'll rush to the front. Go hold her. Take the fire off her body. Keep reassuring her. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Daddy will save you. Daddy will save you. She said it hurts. I keep talking to her. Don't be afraid, Daddy will save you. This is my constant words to my daughter. This is my constant words to my daughter. Also because of my daughter. I didn't continue to rush into the flames again. My fifth brother. Because he rushed in. I want to save my parents. Just rush in and out.
Immediately the whole head is burned.
Whole hand deformation. But because of my daughter. To save my daughter. Keep me safe. While I get my daughter settled. There is no way to go in anymore. Just a few seconds.
The house of the Weng family has been engulfed in a sea of flames.
Weng Renxian watched helplessly as many relatives were still in the house. He can do nothing. My son didn't rush out. He fell in. My wife was the last one to leave, survivor, because she can't pull my son. Our whole family,
that is to say all my close relatives.
In these 2 or 3 minutes. All leave. Just 2 or 3 minutes. A home is destroyed, but Weng Renxian did not give up. He even tried. Kill them all with a blade in your hand. Hate my family. And after the police, in Ong In-hyun's room, discover Weng Renxian, his grudge plan. It's all written on the wall. Spray on the wall. It's cool to cheat people, wait for me to come back. We feel that this person's psychology. It seems that it may be different from ordinary people. How so? Heavy feeling of revenge. Red paint on off-white wall. Words left behind. It's Weng Renxian's grievance against his family. He kept complaining about his brother. Parents don't help him, but the police are in his room. 100,000 yuan found, and this 100,000 yuan. It's the old mother who was worried about Weng Renxian. No money to spend.
The big red envelope given to him in the previous year.
So mother should be the one who loves him the most. As a result, in the process of arson, pour gasoline on people. The first one is the mother who loves him the most. Splash his dad again. Kai slash the people at the other two tables. So this is also a very sad thing. Mr. Wang, parents gave birth to you and raised you. Do you still not regret it? Do you owe your family an apology? Think too much. February 2017. Taiwan District Court pronounced the verdict of the first instance.
Punishment for crimes such as killing immediate relatives.
Sentenced to death. Next March. High Court upholds death sentence. Did not expect the case to the Supreme Court. There have been changes. After Weng Renxian committed the crime, not only did he not regret even every court appearance, he also publicly humiliated reporters, humiliated the judge. Weng Renxian, are you still completely unrepentant? Facing questions from reporters, Weng Renxian glanced at the reporter coldly. This is Weng Renxian every time he goes to court. Drama that is bound to happen. Either roll your eyes or sneer. Why don't you want to go to court again? Money is hard to buy, I am willing. Are you still refusing to apologize? Why did you choke on the judge last time? Different from other defendants who have committed serious crimes, most of them keep their heads down. Leave quickly. But every time Weng Renxian appeared in court, not arrogant. It's just nonsense. Only the invisible. It's his apology. Are you afraid of death? Please read some books and change the question. We've seen a lot of murderers before. No matter how brutal the means, you will find, after he was in prison for a long time, he thinks slowly. He will regret. But there is no repentance at all. It's Weng Renxian and other murderers. Biggest difference. Despite on Inhyun's indecent gesture, stopped by the bailiff, but can't erase, smug look on his face. He can insult judges. Insulting journalists, insulting the ability of bailiffs. At that time the judge asked him, why are you, before committing this crime, bought a series of books, clever killer. Do you want to commit a crime? He said disdainfully, your judge has never studied. You can't read. Brilliant Killer is a set of natural science books. Do you want to read more? Talk to me again. Why is the court session so impatient every time? Pay me for an interview next time and talk again. Why are you choking the judge? Read more. Judge Zhang Desui, I have prepared more than 20 questions before. Want a series? Slowly to clarify. What is your motive for killing? But I only asked 2 or 3. Weng Renxian, impatient. Killing is killing, you ask so much. He even called you a dinosaur judge. Ask these questions. Point at the judge. Said he was a dinosaur judge. Scolding him. Scold the judge and show the reporter on Inhyun's appearance. Make people wonder, why does he have a way so cold-blooded? He just wants to die. Even though we used to say, murderer acquitted. Then you have to have a little regret. Repentant. I can help you get away with it. So why? He later wanted to die. I say is redundant. He also feels that he is superfluous. The problem is this kind of person. Obviously he wants to die. But he can't. I can do it to myself. Is it possible? Weng Renxian really want to use his arrogance. Hidden he dare not kill himself. But still want to be determined to die? Whatever the answer is, for the other surviving Weng family members, these are no longer important. Can Jingxi, the axiom they want, be upheld? But did not expect, originally sentenced to death in the first and second trials, and got hit back in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court reverses death penalty. Case remanded for further trial. But Weng Renxian, I feel like he doesn't appreciate it at all. When he was in court at the first instance, he also fought the judge many times. Even scolded the judge in court. 3-character classic in English. The judge also choked on the spot. He said there were other defendants. I think killing 1 or 2 people in Taiwan will not be sentenced to death. But kill 6. What's more, he killed his parents. If such a person is not sentenced to death, will Taiwan be in chaos? Tried for 3 months. The High Court finally still is according to the crime of killing a direct relative by blood. Sentence on Inhyun to death. Appearing in court and sneered at us really. Parents died. So many children were injured and died. Broken family. I hope the prosecutor must uphold justice. Look at his face today, you know it's true.
Must maintain the death penalty. Can't let him. Life imprisonment is not allowed. An arson case. It was my brother who set the fire. The dead and wounded are their own relatives.
The Weng family loves this Weng Renxian.
But every time I go to court,
looking at Weng Renxian's arrogant appearance,
even threatened, if there is reincarnation, will hunt down and kill all the Weng family. The death sentence
became the heart of the Weng family.
Pursue justice, the heaviest expectation. We just said in court, must maintain the death penalty. Everyone at home thinks so. When he comes out, we are all frustrated and waiting. Why every court appearance? None of us want to go to court. How can we have so much effort? Toss like this. One thing. It's been almost 3 years now. The fifth brother told me he went to court once 2 weeks. He can't feel normal. Unexpectedly, in May 2018, Supreme Court reverses death sentence, send back for review, and the reason for the review make everyone dumbfounded. He thinks,
after Weng Renxian set fire,
are there some people? After smelling gasoline, he took the fire extinguisher and came out to put out the fire.
During the process of extinguishing the fire,
he may have been burned by fire. The reason for his burn, is it with Weng Renxian, arson? Is it directly or indirectly related to? This fire was set by Weng Renxian. It was he who set the fire. If you come out to put out the fire, you are burned. Is it directly related? It is necessary. Do you want to think about it?
Not only that, Professor Shin Gang of the Police University do a psychiatric appraisal for Weng Renxian.
Be both an expert and a witness.
But because I miss a witness statement,
also does not match the program. A detail that is not signed. That identification has no signature. Reject it. What do you mean? So many people died. Dead are all relatives. And it's deliberate. Just want the whole family to be indiscriminate. Murdering case. You talk about some details. Keep bringing it up. Did you miss the point?
The purpose of the review is to say,
did you go against the truth? Have you found out the facts? Did you violate the law? Weng Renxian. He set fire to kill 6 close relatives and caretakers. This case has been investigated very clearly, and there is no doubt. Weng Renxian also admitted in court. Also told the truth, the whole process of his arson. So clear. Why are you still struggling with these laws? Several reasons.
Returned Weng Renxian's death sentence.
Since the incident,
the family waited for 3 years.
Have they waited for fairness and justice? Awesome things. His performance in court now. You have to talk to me about forgiveness. How difficult it is. I'm so caring. Forever together of a medical school, son or daughter. Good talk. They want to practice medicine. I also want to use my body and mind, research, to help those in need. We could have worked together. But today until the end, the result.
I think the case of Weng Renxian.
I will quote Judge Zhang Desui first. A word. You killed 6 people today. If you are not sentenced to death, Taiwan will be in chaos. You took so many lives. And it's all the lives of loved ones. No regrets. You want justice. Where should it be? Justice. Where should it be?
Thank you for watching today's Taiwan Apocalypse.
I'm Hong Pei Xiang. Goodbye.